Okay, my name is Bethany Ailing, and I did my research analytical report on chameleons. So can I get a show of hands here who knows what a chameleon is? Okay, all of the class, most of the class, that's what I was expecting. Who here knows that they have independent eye movements? Okay, a little bit fewer. So I'm here to enthuse all of you for 7.5 minutes now about chameleon eyes. So, my major and qualifications, I am an animal science major and with an emphasis of companion animals, and I am going for a fisheries and wildlife minor. And I am currently enrolled in a herpetology class, this is where I sparked my interest for this topic. If you don't know what herpetology is, it's the study of amphibians and reptiles in which chameleons lie under. So, for my rhetorical situation, I am a research assistant at the U of M for the herpetology department. For Mr. Kenneth Kozak is the head of herpetology. And I wanted to expand or create a research opportunity that includes chameleons. And the research interest would be mostly on the chameleon eyes and the synapomorphies that go into it and the different characteristics and anatomical structures. But I wouldn't be so limited, I guess. Like, I wouldn't be so hurt if it was just like a broad spectrum of chameleons, but my interest would be chameleon eyes. So, my research question is, why are chameleon eyes so different and specialized from any other eye in the animal kingdom? And this picture is an anatomical structure of a chameleon eye. It's a little hard to see, but these are just abbreviations of the different structures, and 3 of them are actually absent in the human eye completely, and they're only in the animal kingdom, and then 1 structure is only known in chameleons, the chameleon species. So, I included some interesting figures that I found. This is the current research at the U of M, and this lists some of the colleges that are included. And as you can see, CFANS is very limited in what they can offer for research, and for fisheries and wildlife, it would be under CFANS, kind of like a branch off fisheries and wildlife, but more under CFANS college. And that's what the research would be under. And as you can see, there's different colleges that have way more. So that, in my rhetorical situation, I would like to expand on. My hypothesis is that the chameleon eye is specialized for the arboreal lifestyle. Arboreal meaning living in a forested area with leaf litter, and that's how they crawl up on the trees, or they can live on the surface of the floor. And this is also a graphic that I found. Oh, it's in Spanish. Beautiful. So this is the range of sight chameleons have, in which they have 180 degrees horizontally and then 90 degrees vertically. So if you think about it, the human eye is very restricted in how much we can actually turn our eyes, and chameleons can turn all the way across. So I found that pretty interesting. Some of my research criteria that I included, I wanted to include just scholarly articles, peer review articles from 1995 and above, meaning current, to provide the most recent scientific information, because in the scientific field or scientific world, that's very important, having the most up-to-date possible accurate information. I also wanted to include at least 1 empirical source, and in which I got 2 empirical sources, which I'll talk about later, who actually know a little bit about reptiles and chameleons, to be exact. And what else I was looking for, especially in the print and the online sources, were these 3 research criteria, which is like including the anatomical structure and depth, the benefits of having independent eye movement for the arboreal lifestyle, and why this animal is so important, why this study is so important. And this is really relying back to my rhetorical situation on why I wanted to expand the research opportunities. So here's my methodology. I included 4 web sources. 3 were scholarly peer-reviewed articles from 1995 and above. And then 1 was the UMN portal research webpage, which showed me all those informations about the colleges and how much research opportunities they have for us. 1 was a print source, a book, and 2 empirical sources. Both were interviews. 1 was with a veterinarian ophthalmologist, so an eye vet, and he has had the opportunity of working on reptilian eyes, which is really helpful for me because I was so interested in the structure and the anatomy behind the eye. And then my second empirical source was a interview with a customer service representative who works at the Twin Cities Reptiles store, located just down University Avenue. So I got to interview her for 5 minutes, and just as she was kind of passing by, and she was a little bit busier, which was a limitation of mine, but she got to answer my questions, and she was really excited about it, which I am too, so it helped out that I got to talk to her. This is just a list of my sources. Nothing really to point out exactly, but this is the portal webpage in which I found the research opportunities. These were the 3 online sources, the 2 empirical sources, and then the book. And I actually got the book from my ophthalmologist that I interviewed. So he had it, and he was like, here's a great research tool that you can use. So my overall recommendation, referring back to the rhetorical situation, I would like to propose this research topic to my head department, the head department of herpetology, have it approved, and then receive it approval from a panel or boards. So my results show that chameleons are cool. The eyes are very specialized for the arboreal life. They have many different unique characteristics that are different and unique just based on the animal kingdom and within species of chameleons. So these were the 3 things that I found most interesting. Limitations to my research was time of the research that I could collect. The observational, I would like to include 2 more empirical sources about this topic, 1 more survey just to see what everyone else kind of thinks about this, and then observational data. I think that'd be really useful just to, just to look at a chameleon and look at the actual eye movement and how it kind of fits into the niche of an arboreal lifestyle. And this was such a specific field of research that there was only very few scholarly printed articles that I found very significant and good, I guess I can say. So that was one of my limitations. Are there any questions or concerns?
Yeah, this is Mary. On your graphic, when you had the chart, what was the labeling on your, what is that in numbers?
This is the number of research opportunities they have within each college.
Is that a set number every year, or?
I found it just on the U of M portal, and once you go under, it's like research within the colleges or something, and it's like, this is how many research centers they have currently as of 2013. So, Rachel.
Just quickly on that, so that's not just for chameleons, right? That's for everything.
This research?
Yeah.
Yes. These are all the different colleges on what their current research is.
Okay.
And if we were to add chameleon research, it would be 1 more for CEOs.
And then I have one other quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the world do you typically find chameleons?
Madagascar, that's where the most abundant species are located, and that's where like the rainbow chameleon is located, the one where we think of with all the different color changes and stuff. So, Veronica.
This is Veronica. You talked about the different anatomical structures in the eye. How, like, you said 3 are different than in humans?
Yep, 3 are
Expand on that?
completely absent in human. So this is the corneal ossicles is called, and what it does is it pulls these are muscles, it pulls it down, which creates the lens to be bigger, and it changes the size and the shape of the lens, and they also have a muscle called the muscularis muscle contractor or something. So, and this is just like another muscle that kind of changes the eye shape, and you know, they have the turret-like formation eyes, so it actually gives them the strength to move that direction or that range. Yes.
This is Faye. So companions are really cool. Do you recommend them as a pet?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, yeah. The companion animal class, you can bring in your companion animal, and a girl did last semester, and she had a Jackson chameleon, and it was awesome. So, yeah, I definitely recommend them. More questions? Oh. Was that a hand?
No,
Oh.
the other.